and this is the third time I'm trying to shoot this video. I hope I'm able to include all the content which I was not able to include in my previous videos. And my hair looks messy. Wait a second. This is better. Now let's get started with this video. Kaun hai? Who's there? Did I scare you guys? I think I did. Do let me know in the comments down below. I'm waiting for you guys there. Now let's finally start with this video. So hi guys, I'm Siddharth and I make book related videos on this channel. So guys, I've started this popular book series in which I make videos in which I talk about books that are popular and I haven't read. The first video that I made was of popular fiction books that I haven't read. The second video that I made was of popular book series that I haven't read. And this is my third video in which I'm going to talk about popular non-fiction books that I haven't read. So without further ado, let's get started. The first book is You Can Win by Shiv Khera. Now this is a very famous book. At least 2 out of 5 bibliophiles that I meet during a month, they actually ask me if I have read this book or not, and I obviously say that I haven't read this book, and they literally accuse me for being a reader and not reading this book. So this book is like on my reading list. I have to buy this book next month and read it. Well, this book basically comes into the genre of personal development and self-help. Like we all know that we have to work hard to achieve success, and that is what the main purpose of this book is. This book basically contains some short stories which are very moving and which are awesome. This is basically a practical guide for all those people who want to achieve or become successful in their career. There are loads of practical training exercises in this book which you guys can follow and bring changes to your life. This book is must for all those who have low self-esteem, lack of self-confidence and inferiority complex. The book basically talks about attitude, ambition and competition and things like that. Now it's time to jump to the second book, which is The Power of Habit by Charles. There are some habits that are installed in us since childhood by the way we are nurtured, and then there are some habits that we gain on our own with time and age. Now there are some good habits, there are some bad habits. Not bad, but you can say unproductive habits. So this will basically help you guys to identify those unproductive habits and how we can change them. And this book basically goes deep into your mind and talks about all those neuroscientific things. The book is basically divided into 3 parts: individuals, corporate and society, and there are lots of examples of top companies and famous personalities so that its reader is able to understand what the author is basically trying to say. I think that is what the basic nature of the human being is, to change according to the changing time, and I think it's no harm to change some habits irrespective of the fact that whether they are good or bad. Those people who are interested into psychology and habit formation will love this book. Now it's time to jump to the third book, which is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So this book basically talks about the 7 habits of highly effective people. Now this book is basically meant for all those working people who are not able to prioritize their life and who are not able to pick out time for their family, for their personal relationship, for their social gathering, for their friends. So this book is like must for all those working people. The book helps you to develop a kind of a character which is able to handle all the aspects or elements of life, and that too with utmost efficiency. The only thing with this book is that there are no stories in this book, so it might become a bit boring for you guys. So I would suggest that you read some good fictional book along with this one, and it actually also goes for all the self-help book. Do not try to read them at a one single go. Just read 1 chapter in a day and try and let the chapter to go deep inside you so that it stays with you for a longer period of time and you are able to take the benefit of that book. Now it's time to jump to our 4th book, which is I Am Okay, You Are Okay by Thomas A. Harris. Now it's a 1969 self-help book. Like we all know that a person will react differently every time when he encounters a similar situation. So this book basically helps you to understand that psychology. So this is a psychological book talking about how psychology is developed. The author actually wants to make sure that even a layman can understand this book, so that's why he tried to include lots of models in this book, so it won't be hard for you to figure out things even if you're not from the background of a psychology. It shows how life position can affect our communication and relationship with practical examples. So there are lots of practical stories in this book which will help you guys to understand it in a better way. This book is must for all those who has to deal with human psychology in their day-to-day life. In fact, this book is must for all of us because we all have to interact with other human beings. Some are mental, some are crazy, and some are just like us. So that's it, guys. So these are the non-fiction books that I haven't read. #confessions of a reader. So I hope you guys like this video, and in case you do, then do subscribe to my channel in case you still haven't, and do hit thumbs up on this video. And don't forget to add #Sidbookreviewer every time you post anything which is related to books on your social media. And in case you guys want me to make any specific book related video, then you guys can message me on my social media. I am on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. I will leave the links down below in the description box for you guys to have a look at it. And finally, before closing the video, please say bye to this pretty girl.